I've got sandwiches, too. What do you prefer, beef or ham?
While Pete was rummaging for sandwiches, I turned toward the window and took a deep breath. The sliver of peace and happiness that the cowboy's kindness and generosity had provoked faded like the sun behind storm clouds. I hated personal questions. They put me in an awkward position and reminded me how scary my life was. The only thing I knew about myself? My name. That was it. I stared out the window as the landscape flew by. Fields of wheat surrounded us. Their tall, tawny stalks rolled in the summer breeze like gentle swells in the ocean. Mountains loomed in the distance, their snowy peaks promising cooler temps to come. I concentrated on the landscape. My breathing still came too fast. Pete hummed along to the music, oblivious to the unease and fear bubbling up inside me, like a geyser that threatened to blow. Not knowing my identity, and being reminded of that, brought back that terrifying day in April. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. I hated thinking about that day. Hated it. 4 months ago, I woke up outside on the street in Rapid City, South Dakota. I still remembered that day like yesterday. The cold, hard pavement chilling me through my jeans. The smells of rotting garbage from a nearby dumpster, and the absolute panic that made my eyes widen in terror. I had no idea where I was or how I got there. The scariest thing, though, was when I realized I had no memories. None. I didn't know my age, who I was, where I came from, how I got in that alleyway. Nothing. And strangest of all, I had a supernatural ability. So that was the beginning of everything. Now, I was trying to figure out what happened to me. Luckily, Pete had stopped this morning as I stood alongside the barren county road, my pale skin burning in the hot, unforgiving sun. The desolate road wasn't an ideal location to find a ride. Unfortunately, the trucker I'd been hitching with last night turned south. My instinct told me to go west. So I got out. In the middle of nowhere. Not my smartest move, but I hadn't known what else to do. At least it had turned out okay. Once again, I was traveling in the right direction. My gut instinct, that steady, subtle feeling I'd been following since leaving Rapid City weeks ago, told me to go west right now. So west I went. If only I knew what west was leading to. Pete set a sandwich in my hands. The soft feel of bread snapped me back to reality. Oh, thanks.
Hope ham's okay.
Yeah. My mouth watered. Mayonnaise and lettuce accompanied the meat. I took a bite and lost all control. Wolfing it down, I smiled sheepishly when finished. Pete just handed me a second sandwich.
Try the beef. Val smokes it herself. It's darn good.
I took a big bite. Wow, this is fantastic. I took another bite and said in between chews. So, tell me more about your ranch. Pete's eyes lit up.
Well, we got about 90,000 acres, although some is leased from the National Forest Service. We raise mainly Black Angus.
It was late afternoon when we approached a small town. A sign declaring Little Raven passed on the right. Large mountains framed the community, their tips covered with snow. My eyes wandered across the buildings. It didn't appear to be a big town. Maybe a few thousand people.
Last stop before my ranch,
Pete said.
Or if you'd rather, you're welcome to stay with us for a while.
Stay at a home? Under a roof? His words were so foreign, it took me a moment to process them. For 4 months, I'd slept outside as I searched for answers to what happened to me. Really? Pete tipped his hat up.
You look like you could use a good night's rest and some decent food.
That sounds great, although I don't want to burden. My breath stopped short when the strangest sensation grew inside me.
Is that a yes?
I gripped the door handle tightly. The feeling grew. It felt like someone banged a tuning fork inside me, the strong vibration demanding my attention. What's happening? We'd almost passed Little Raven.